Now, the streets of Gqeberha are filled with symphonic sounds as the Mandela Bay Legacy Jazz Festival gets underway. A celebration not just of music, but of rich cultural heritage, with so many South African most iconic jazz artists hailing from the Eastern Cape. The festival is a proud reflection of a province that's long been the soul of South African jazz. Newzroom Afrika's Sipha Kema takes us inside the festival.
The Mandela Bay Theatre Complex is the only official theatre in the Eastern Cape, and it's becoming a vital space for developing local talent through flagship events like the Mandela Bay Legacy Jazz Festival, where we are tonight. It's providing artists with more than just a stage, but a start. I spoke to acting artistic programs manager Sipha about the impact.
The institution was closed down for about 2 years for renovations. And now that we are open again, it's very exciting for us as well, because as you have alluded to, opportunities are up and running again for the artists, not only for the Nelson Mandela Bay, but for the greater Eastern Cape. As you may know, previously, before we were declared the Mandela Bay Theatre Complex, we were formerly known as the Opera House, an NPO that had a very low budget to operate on. But now that we have been declared as a cultural institution, it comes with more responsibility, but more resources as well, to ensure that our artists benefit more than anything.
Now, while the veterans lead the way, young voices are stepping up confidently into the spotlight. I caught up with Sakile Semani and Gqeberha, two emerging jazz artists making their mark, to hear how the young people are keeping the heritage alive.
Back in the days, jazz music was known as an older people's music, and now it has revolved. Now it's young, it's youth being played the music, and also now if you're looking at the jazz, we are now telling our story, our backgrounds, where we are coming from through music performance, and that's quite significant to have in the genre, because in jazz music you express yourself, you improvise. Improvisation is where you let go of your obstacles. So I would say this music really speaks to people.
It feels like I am part of history. It feels like women have now been given that chance, to also showcase, to also show the growth, from where it started. Like you said, this is the home of jazz, but now you can imagine after so many years now, there's also a representation, from women that love jazz and who are also interpreting it their own way as well. So this has been a beautiful experience.
Of course, no jazz festival is complete without the legends. I spoke to Hebi Tswaile and Andile Yenana and Feya Faku, three icons of the genre, about the power of mentorship, legacy, and keeping jazz alive through the next generation.
Jazz will never die, because we have learned it from those who were there before us as well. So it passes from generation to generations. Even I'm so happy now these days, the younger ones are doing it themselves. There's a lot of the young ones playing jazz these days. Jazz is kind of like a root, of the whole core of the earth itself. And on this Africa Month as well, we just celebrate. And some of our friends who have left us, the majors up there and the majors down here. So we're celebrating with my colleagues, because the heritage band, Mr. Fairfax.
From the legends who laid the foundation to the young artists now finding their voice, the Mandela Bay Legacy Jazz Festival is proof that jazz is not just part of our history, it's part of our future. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Sipha Kema in Gqeberha.